You know what I love about what I do is when Yahuwah gives me a revelation and starts speaking through me and starts sharing scriptures with me, and I start sharing them with you. People ask questions. It's like, why come no one's talking about this in church? Well, it's because they don't study. They don't seek Yahuwah's face. They don't believe in Yahusha. They don't believe in the scriptures. They just repeat everything that they've been taught by Gentile. So I had a request for Matthew 7:13 through 27 to explain. And I want to explain this because Yahusha is speaking a powerful end time prophetic warning, not to the heathen or the pagans, but to his own people, the children of Israel, and especially to those who claim to follow him. So let's unpack this verse by verse, and you'll see it's a direct rebuke to religious hypocrisy, false prophets, lawlessness, and those who say they know him, but they do not even obey or even acknowledge who Yahuwah is. They're too busy worshiping their God and Jesus. So who is Yahusha talking to? Primarily Israel, the covenant people. Matthew 15:24, I was sent only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Secondly, those who claim to be followers, disciples, or believers even today. This section of Matthew is part of what is called the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5-7. And Yahusha is warning the crowd, not of pagans, but of the deception within the faith, especially among the religious leaders, Pharisees, and false prophets, those who call him Lord, those who think they are saved, but aren't obeying Yahuwah's commandments, and they don't even acknowledge his people. The breakdown, Matthew 7:13-27, verses 13 through 14, the narrow gate, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and few there be that find it. The warning, most people, even those who think they believe, are on the broad road to destruction. The narrow gate equal walking in truth, Torah, and obedience, not just belief or religion. He's not talking to atheists. He's talking to the deceived within the community. In verse 15 through 20, false prophets in sheep's clothing. Beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are raving wolves. These are religious leaders who look the part, sound holy, quote scriptures, but do not teach the truth, especially about repentance, the Torah, and Yahusha's true identity. So how to identify them? Yahusha says you will know them by their fruits. Do they keep the commandments? Do they teach obedience or lawlessness? Do they glorify Yahuwah or themselves? In verse 21 through 23, not everyone who says to me, Lord, Lord. Many will say to me in that day, Master, Master, have we not prophesied in your name, and in your name done many wonderful works? And Yahusha replies, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity, which is lawlessness. These people are who call him Lord, use his name, do religious works and miracles. But they are rejected because they live in lawlessness. In the Greek, anomia, meaning without the Torah. This is a direct rebuke to Christianity that claims grace but rejects the law. Preachers who say the law is done away with, and believers who are religious but not obedient. And they don't even research the scriptures. They don't even know how to put scriptures in context and precepts upon precepts. All they know how to do is repeat over and over what they've heard and what they've been taught by Christianity indoctrination, and copy and paste and to argue. But you can't argue with the word. You can't argue with the word at all. In verses 24 through 27, the two foundations, whosoever hears these sayings of mine and doeth them is like a wise man who built his house upon the rock. But the fool hears the same truth and does nothing, and his house collapses when judgment comes. The rock equal obedience to Yahusha's words, which are rooted in the Torah. The sand equal religion, tradition, false doctrine, and disobedience. Who was Yahusha talking to? The Israelites, especially those from the tribe of Judah, who had the Torah but were rejecting it through hypocrisy. Pharisees and teachers of the law who had turned Yahuwah's truth into religious tradition. The future church world that would claim his name but deny his commands. The scattered descendants of Israel today who have forgotten their identity and believe lies. Not everyone who says to me, Master, Master, will enter the kingdom. This is not about atheists. It's about those who say they know him but live like the world. This is the deep truth. Saying Jesus is Lord won't save you. Prophesying and miracles won't save you. Church membership won't save you. Saying Jesus is King, he's the Almighty, and don't even acknowledge Yahusha, his name, and his father, Yahuwah. What will? Obedience, covenant, repentance, and walking in Yahusha's truth. So my final warning to you, Yahusha is pleading in this passage. Wake up. Don't be deceived by false prophets, church systems, or emotional religion. If you love me, keep my commandments. Return to the narrow path. Build your life on obedience, not just belief of Christianity and their false indoctrination.